Welcome to the zAdviser dashboard video series. This video, zAdviser Basics, the date and time picker, will instruct you on how to set the date and time in zAdviser.
In the upper right-hand corner of the dashboard, of all the dashboards, is what's called the date picker. In most instances, the date picker is set to last 30 days. And that's 30 days based on what today is. So if today was March 30th, the last 30 days would be March 1st to March 30th. If today was April 2nd, it would probably be, March 3rd to April 2nd. So Kibana is going to populate this dashboard with the data from the last 30 days. If we want to see a different set of data, we can click on the down arrow and we could say, show me the last 90 days. And that will give you the last 90 days of data. Now, you can also select different values. Maybe we want to look at months. So if I come in and look at months, I'm going to say, oh, it's the last 90 months. I don't want to see the last 90 months, but I can highlight that by left clicking and pulling my mouse over it and set it to 1. Or I can use the up and down arrows to set that value. So if I set last 2 months, now it's showing me the last 2 months of data. What if I want a specific date and time range? So I want to see all of March. So I can come into Show Dates, click on the value on the left-hand side. In this case, it says 2 months ago. It might say 1 month ago if you were in last 30 days. And where it says absolute, you need to select your value. So I'm going to set it to March 1st. But you also see down here, it says the time is set to 10:31 in the morning. That's not going to work for me. I want to set it to midnight. Now that's going to go March 1st to now. But what I want to see is March 1st to April 1st midnight. So I'm going to click on now, click absolute, April 1st, and then you need to click update. And that's going to change the date range from March 1st to April 1st. It's giving me a complete calendar month. Now, another way of setting this date picker dynamically is to use your mouse pointer in a time series graph. So if I pull my mouse pointer, I left click and drag my mouse pointer over this spike because I want to get a little bit more detail on when these abends occurred, I can click on that. Now I can see that these abends occurred on 10:30 on March 10th, or excuse me, March 11th. Now, another way of doing that too, you see my mouse pointer is now as a finger. If I click on the finger, it's going to allow me to set a filter. So it's going to allow me to drill into that specific date and time. And it's also letting me set a filter on the abend date for kicks. So just the kicks abends. I'm going to remove the kicks abends. So I can turn that filter on or I can turn that filter off. And select OK. And now I can see that my abends occurred at 10:34 in the morning on March 11th. Now I can get down even deeper and start to see that, it had 20 abends at 10:34:29. So you can get as detailed as you want in these visualizations. It's just a matter of how much detail you want to see, or how much you want to aggregate that detail. It's always a good practice to come back up here and set this to last 30 days. If you don't do that and you come back to the home dashboard, the date picker is still going to be set to March 11th at 10:34 in our case, because that was the last date and time we set that to. So if we come into another dashboard, so if I come back into that abend day dashboard it's still set to that March 11th. That might not be what I wanted. So it's always a good practice to set it back to the last 30 days or that calendar range that you were looking for. And if I want to go back to that calendar range, if I come down here, I can see my recently used date ranges. And here's the March 1st to April 1st. Simply clicking on that will bring me back. So that is the date picker in about 5 minutes or less.